If you're like me, you want the best bang for your buck when it comes to buying a gun or a holster. No pun intended. So in today's video, I'm doing a review on Spetzgear Tactical Systems. More specifically though, an inside the waistband holster. I originally ran across Spetzgear on Instagram, and at the time I had just purchased a Sig P365, and I was looking at an inside the waistband Kydex carry option to fit that gun. And when I started comparing prices to more established vendors, Spetzgear was really around the same price. So in the spirit of capitalism, I decided to throw my money at a small business and help support them. At the time, I wanted to carry an extra mag. All the cool kids were carrying holsters that had a tack light or optic mold, and I really couldn't find a vendor that made a mold, especially Kydex, that served purpose for extra mag and a light. So you kind of had to go with one or the other. So I made the executive decision, you know what, hey, I don't see what it's like carrying an extra mag as a personal carry option. Speaking of which, let me know in the comment section what you prefer, carrying an extra magazine or having a tack light. Okay, so back to the point of the video. My original impression of the company really wasn't that favorable, simply due to the lack of communication from the customer service. When I placed the order, they said it's going to be roughly about 6 weeks. Well, 6 weeks came, didn't hear anything about them. A couple weeks past 6 weeks, I sent them an email saying, hey, what's the status of my order? I got a reply back that said, hey, sorry, but we were backward on some supplies. We should get your order out in another 2 to 3 weeks. So that kind of, as a customer service standpoint, kind of bothered me, because I felt like if they would just send me an email around that 6 week time frame and said, hey, sir, sorry, we're backward on supplies. However, as soon as we get these supplies in, we're going to process your order and get it out to you. I think it would have made me as a consumer feel a little more comfortable with them and their customer service, or how they overall run their company. I finally got the holster in. I will say it. I liked it very well, and it definitely met most of my expectations. The only thing that I will say that's really a negative issue about this holster specifically is this extra magazine. When I first got it, it had a lot of really good retention. Now it's kind of very loose, and it's really lost its retention value. So I've kind of looked at maybe adding a piece of Velcro or a piece of tape in there that would kind of take away that space and give it a little more security. But overall, the gun side, I haven't had any issues with it at all. I've carried this weapon and this holster system almost daily for about a year now. I've done hundreds of draws, and they've been able to shoot hundreds of rounds with this, and it has definitely served its purpose. The plus side I will mention on this holster is these clips. They did a very good job as far as the durability of the clips. I've carried this in a makeup with no belt or with a belt, and it really doesn't matter. These clips have been very, very tight, secure, and it does not slide around at all when I'm drawing, walking around, carrying this holster. So if I had to give this holster a rating, I'm gonna go with a B+. And the reason why I'm not in the A's is simply because, like I mentioned a second or two ago, the lack of communication from the customer service. And when you Google the company now, they're still only showing 1.5 out of 5 stars for their overall customer service rating. Overall, this holster is doing exactly what it was designed to do, and that is carry my firearm in a secured fashion. If I had any recommendation, I wouldn't go with this exact holster system, not because of the retention issue with the spare mag, but just because the extra width it provides for inside a waistband carry, and it does add a little extra weight. I know this is vastly different opinion based off people's experience, their knowledge, and just their overall skills with dealing with firearms, but the average self-defense shooting is less than 6 rounds. So when you're looking at, should I carry an extra mag as a backup or as a personal carry option, really the stats or the data doesn't justify it for me. So, and 90% of the time, I would carry this configuration as a personal carry or self-defense option, not as an official LEO in like an official duty capacity. If I was working as a full-time LEO carrying this, and obviously I'd want a mag, but that creates a whole different argument, because then I'd want a tack light, I'd want some type of optic, and it just kind of opens up a can of worms when you're talking about an argument that really isn't specific to this. Let me know in the comments section what you think is the best brand when it comes to buying a holster for your sidearm. As always, thank you for watching and supporting the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.